Yo, what's up, guys? It's the Alien here. I'm here to give you them out-of-this-world predictions and even better bets. I thought it would be only right to introduce myself to you lot on the White House card, and that's because this card is going to be a banger. Just look at it. We got Ilya fighting Justin for the lightweight belt, and we even got Alex Pereira versus Gain for the heavyweight belt. So I'm going to break down the entire card for you and give you some solid bets. And at the end of the video, I'll give you guys a lock of the entire night. So with all that being said, kick back, relax, roll a blunt, and let's go make some money this week. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a little comment on who your lock this week is. So guys, it looks like we are starting the night off with a banger of a fight. We got Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Now, the bookmakers have Diego at a -170 favorite, which at first I was pretty surprised at, because I thought Diego would have been more of like a -300 favorite, so I thought I'd give myself a little refresh in Garcia, and I seen this guy's coming in on a 7-fight win streak, and 6 of those 7 are coming by a knockout, and all 6 knockouts being under 1.5 rounds, which you can't really deny is pretty impressive. But then on the flip side, we got Diego Lopez, who has spent 3 years in the UFC and only lost to Volkanovski and Evloev, which aren't the worst losses to have on your record. But then if we look at Steve's losses, before this 7-fight win streak he is on right now, he was losing to guys like Luis Pena, and I mean, come on, do I even need to say it?
Who the fuck is that guy?
My thoughts exactly. But seriously, this should be a really exciting fight. Diego doesn't like to back down, and neither does Garcia, so this should be a car crash.
So in terms of betting this fight, I think you all know who we are rocking with.
I really like the Diego Lopez money line at -170. I think he's the rightful favorite here in this matchup, and he should get the job done here at the White House. But if you're wanting to spice up that money line, I also think it goes over 1.5 rounds. So with that being said, let's move on to the next fight. So for the second fight of the night, we got Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dorcas. And I'll be honest, I'm not really the biggest fan of Bo Nickel. I think he was overhyped from the start. So to see he's a -300 favorite here is kind of looking like a trap if you ask me, because since Kyle's returned to the UFC, he's on a nice 2-fight win streak, both fights being finishes, and I don't know, guys, who has Bo Nickel really beat? So yeah, guys, I got a feeling this one's a lot closer than the lines are making it out to be. I mean, I like Bo to win, but not at that price line. I mean, I even think this fight could go to the judges' scorecards and be a close split decision. So let's talk bets and how we are going to play this fight. Personally, I think there is no value in Nickel, and I kind of think Kyle can make it competitive, so give me the fight to go the distance here. Something else I'll be looking at when they announce it is the Kyle spread line. If it's a good price, then maybe I'll have to give it a little sprinkle. Now, moving on to the next fight, we got Mauricio Ruffy versus Michael Chandler. Now, I don't think we really need to break this one down too much. We all know Chandler is washed, and he's going to be retiring after this fight, and he didn't show us anything in his last few fights, whereas Ruffy, coming off a nice KO win over Fiziev, he's the younger fighter here, and his striking compared to Chandler's is just worlds apart. Now, yeah, he had that loss to BSD, but I think he learned from it, and I don't think Chandler is going to be able to keep up the kind of forward pressure and constant takedowns that BSD showed us. Now let's talk about bets. I think the only way to attack this fight is to bet Ruffy by KO. I don't see Ruffy getting the sub on Chandler if Charles couldn't. And I don't really see this fight going the distance either. I think Ruffy's going to come out guns blazing and retire Chandler quick. So yeah, Ruffy KO early here. And, oh yeah, I'll see you at the top. Now, guys, this is a fight you're really not going to want to miss, so make sure you go for your piss and whatever else you have to do once Ruffy knocks out Chandler early, and we all have to wait 10 minutes till the next fight we get this banger. We got Josh Hokett versus Derek Lewis, and I don't even think you even need me to tell you that if this is anything like Hokett's last fight, then we are in for a real treat. Now, it looks like the bookmakers have Hokett at a -300 favorite, which I think is just crazy. Now, yeah, Hokett showed us he can take a punch in his last fight, but taking one from the Black Beast? Now, I don't know about all that, but if Hokett can take them shots in the first round from Derek, then I see Hokett getting the KO in the second or third round. Or maybe I'll sprinkle a little on Derek KO round 1, because really I'm hoping he's going to knock that fat Colby the fuck out. Like, come on! Now you try and tell me that that's not Fat Colby. But maybe I'm just wishful thinking there, because Derek is also 41 years old. And not only that, we all know Derek can go from being the hammer to being the nail if the fight lasts longer than 5 minutes. So with all that being said, I think the safest bet is to take the fight to not go the distance, because even if it does go out of the first round, Derek isn't going to be able to keep up with the pace and the pressure and the wrestling that Hokett has. But one thing is for sure, I can't wait for this fight. My mind was blown after that Hokett versus Blades fight, and to have Donald Trump make Dana White put it on the White House card moments after the fight finished is just insane, but awesome. So let's get into the next fight. We got Sean O'Malley versus Ayman Zahabi. Now, the bookmakers have O'Malley at a -400 favorite, but to be honest, I kind of see why. I just think the length, the speed, and also the accuracy of Sean is going to be a problem for Zahabi. I just think Sean is too much of a sniper in the octagon, and he's going to find that one shot that's going to put Ayman out. So with all due respect, I just think the UFC have set this one up to build back up on the O'Malley hype train. I honestly think we see Sean O'Malley styling on Ayman here and pull off that -400 price line. As for betting this fight, give me Sean O'Malley to get the KO. But if you want to get really crazy, give me the Sean KO and it to go over 1.5 rounds. I think Sean's going to just download that information the first round and then come out in the second round a little more fired up and start looking for the finish so that he can start looking to get that KO towards the end of the fight. Now here's where shit gets real interesting, people. We got the belt on the line for this one. We got Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't too happy when this matchup got made. After Gane double eye poked Tom, he's getting rewarded with a fight at the White House for the interim belt. It just doesn't feel right. And on top of that, I actually think he's going to win this one against Pereira. And if that happens, then he's going to be even more glorified, which I think is just wrong. But the reason I think Gane wins is I just think he's going to be too fast on the feet and be able to manage the distance well with Alex. Of course, Pereira has a chance to win this fight, but with him moving up another weight class and this being his first heavyweight, I'm just going to need to see what his movement is like and can he take a punch from one of the big guys at this weight class. Now let's talk bets. I really like the fight to go the distance here at plus money, and I also like the Gane money line. But if you like Alex, I think you just take him by KO. Now for the main event of the night, we got another belt on the line, but for this one, we got Ilya versus Justin for the lightweight belt, and this one should be a really good fight. Now, the odd makers have Ilya at a -600 favorite, and although that's a high price, I do think Ilya wins this fight, but the thing is, everyone's expecting Ilya to come out and just knock out Justin like he did with Volk or Holloway, but people forget that Ilya's base is a grappler. I think he's going to come into this one smart. Follow the game plan that Paddy Pimblett should have followed. Just take him down and make him tap. So if Ilya comes in looking to wrestle and get the sub here, I think he looks a -600 and probably gets it done under 2.5 rounds. But if this fight hits the championship rounds, then I might have to see what the live and play odds are, because if Justin was able to survive them first few rounds with Ilya, I do think he's got a real shot to outdog him here and keep that belt around his waist. Now let's talk about where we will be placing our money this week. So first bet, I like Hokit to get the job done here and pretty fast.
Now another bet I'll be going with is the Diego Lopez money line. I think it's a pretty good price as it is at -160.
I think it's a tough fight, but I think Diego's iron chin should be able to take them shots from Garcia and get his hand raised at the end of the night. Next is another pretty confident pick I like this week, Sean O'Malley money line. I don't see Sean losing at the White House this weekend and think he's pretty safe to add into your accumulators.
Another lock I'll be looking to play this weekend is Ruffy by knockout. I don't see Chandler dragging this one out to the distance. I think Ruffy gets the job done here. Now, one I think might be a little controversial, but fuck it. I don't think Pereira is going to be able to knock out Gane, so give me Gane to win this fight by decision at 3-1, which I think is a pretty good price. Another bet I'll be looking to play is Ilya Topuria to win in under 2.5 rounds. I think he comes out smart and plays his game in there and gets the job done early at the White House. But now for my official bet of the night for you guys. This is what I'm rocking with, and I'm pretty confident in these fights. And don't forget to leave your lock of the night in the comments and also subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. And that's it, guys. I'll see you next time, hopefully in the winner's circle.